Alright, so as promised in the previous video, we are going to learn about how to get just the keys and also just the values from a dictionary. And to do that, we are going to use the country dictionary that we created in the previous video. Okay, so I'm going to write some code to show you how to retrieve just the keys. And it is very simple in the sense that the dictionary data type defines a method called keys. So when you invoke that method keys on the value, which is a dictionary, it is going to return a list that contains just the keys in that dictionary. And like I told you, the keys are the things that comes on the left. So the values that comes on the left of the columns within your dictionary are the keys. They are the indices with which you are able to retrieve individual items. And those individual items are the values. So in this dictionary, the keys are name, capital, currency, population, and president. And the values are Ghana, Accra, Ghana cedis, 28 million, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. So let's get a key. So I'm going to create a variable called keys, and I'll say it's equal to country dot keys. And once I do this, I'm going to get the keys of country as a list. And as you know, because it is returning it as a list, everything you know about the list data type can be applied on the keys variable that we have here. That is how I want you to think of programming. So we learn things in bits and pieces, but we have to develop the intuition to know how to patch them together to form a program. Okay, so we have learned about the list data type already extensively, and I am now mentioning to you that when you call the keys method on a country, it is returning the keys within your dictionary as a list. And so you have to know that because it is returning it as a list, you can treat it as a regular list that you created on your own. There is no difference between what you created and what a method that promises to return a list returns. Okay, so we have the keys here. Why don't we print the keys to see? And so I'm going to run this program, and the file is dictionary keys values.py. So I'll say Python 3 dictionary keys values.py, and you can see that the dictionary keys, we are actually getting it structured like a list, and inside it you can see name, capital, currency, population, and president. Okay, so this is Python 3.7 returning it as something known as dict keys, and if you want it as the list, you are free to cast it to a list. So you remember the list constructor, you basically use it to cast any iterable or subscriptable into a list. And so if I do this now, you can see that we are getting a list over here. So that is it about how to get the keys. Now let's see how to get the values. Well, it is similar to how we get the keys, but the name of the function, as you might have imagined, is different, and that is known as values. So I can call country.values, and that is going to give me the values. And so I can come down here, print values, and we run this program again. And now you can see that on top we have the output for the printing of the keys, and on the next line we have the output for the printing of the values. The last thing I want us to take a look at is another method called items, which returns a list of the individual items. So remember that the dictionary is a key value pair. Okay, so you have the key, you have the value, and there is a mapping between the two of them. So when I say the items in a dictionary, I'm talking about the individual mappings within the dictionary. So name is mapped to Ghana is an item. Capital mapped to Accra is an item in the dictionary. Currency mapped to Ghana cedis is an item. Population is an item. President mapped to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is also an item. That is how come when you check for the length of this dictionary, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and so if we call the items method on a dictionary, it is going to return the mapping of each key and its corresponding value. Okay, So let's see, I will come down here and I say items is equal to country.items. Now let's print items and see what it returns. All right, so I'm going to run this program, and you can see that it says it returns a dictionary items, but if you inspect it very well, you can see that it is actually a list of tuples. Okay, so this square bracket here delimits a list. This is the end of it, and then each item is returned as a tuple. So we have the key, we have the value, we have the key, we have the value, we have key, and then we have value. So you know which one of these to call. When you are interested in getting just the keys, you call the keys method. If you are interested in getting just the values, you call the values method. And if you are interested in getting the items or the mapping between the keys and values, then you call the items method on it. So let's take a quick break and I will see you in the next video.